I love Not for Broadcast. I'll go as far as to say Not for Broadcast has become one of my favorite games of all time. You'd then be surprised to know that this video is not about Not for Broadcast, it's about what Not for Broadcast made me realize. With the ease of access that we have to video games, I feel like we've lost the art of playing video games. We've forgotten how to play them. Majority of us work 40 hours a week, if not more, and outside of those hours, we have families to spend time with. Outside of those hours, the ones we get to ourselves, we want to make them as useful as they can be. Not everyone enjoys or has video games as a hobby, but for us that do, we want to use the hours to ourselves, escaping from reality and into a video game world. Because we have such limited time and money, we end up being very specific about what we want to spend that hard-earned time and money on. In turn, when a video game does pop up that we'd be interested in, too often we end up finding out so much about the game that the satisfaction of playing the game is lost. We read reviews and we watch reviews, and thus our likes and wants are curated by other people. I'm not saying that we should never wait for reviews before buying games. Our money is hard-earned and we shouldn't just throw it away on any and all games. But I think there's an over-reliance on reviews. Look, I'm guilty of this, massively guilty, because I watch ACG, I watch SkillUp, and I frequently browse the r/games subreddit, so oftentimes I've been excited about a game, I've watched the video on it, I've read the review threads, and I've bought the game to only play it for an hour or two, quickly refunding it because I didn't have fun. I wonder though, how many of those times was it generally because I wasn't having fun versus the satisfaction of playing the game being lost because I already knew everything about the game? You know what else I'm guilty of? Reading achievement guides before playing the games. Sometimes I would want to know beforehand if I could potentially 100% the game, so I would read achievement guides. I thought that by skipping over story achievements and only reading about the miscellaneous ones, it wouldn't have an impact on how I felt about the game. Little did I know that it probably did. I mean, some miscellaneous achievements are related to mechanics in the game that aren't present in trailers or aren't the selling point of the game. And by reading those achievements, I ruin naturally exploring and finding those things myself, so what's the point in playing? I've already got the satisfaction of knowing the mystery, and playing the game now becomes a chore because I'm just trying to get to the credits. I keep using the word satisfaction, but I want to correctly describe what I mean when I say it. For me, satisfaction is anytime we feel dopamine rush. Our brain creates dopamine, and Cleveland Clinic describes dopamine as a feel-good hormone. Dopamine is part of our reward system. As humans, our brains are hardwired to seek out behaviors that release dopamine in our reward system. When you're doing something pleasurable, your brain releases a large amount of dopamine. You feel good and you seek more of that feeling. I strongly believe that for a lot of us, exploring everything there is about a video game before even playing the video game is due to the dopamine rush we feel. It makes us feel good, makes us feel happy, and thus satisfied. So when it comes to actually playing the video game, we get bored really quickly and we equate it to just not vibing with the game. It's probably also why we have such large backlogs. Games are just so easily accessible nowadays. We have tens of thousands of games at our fingertips, and our backlogs are exponentially growing because the act of buying a video game causes a dopamine rush. We're satisfied. We never actually have to play those games. We already got the enjoyment out of buying them, so let's leave them there while we buy more. Maybe a lot of you watching this video think I'm just speaking some nonsense, so answer this. When was the last time you played a video game without really knowing much about it? Because for me, it was Not for Broadcast, and actually, because I was writing the script in February, things got really busy and I just picked it up again, so I need to correct myself. The most recent game that I played without knowing anything about is Expedition 33. I saw the first announcement of this and I was instantly hooked, so I avoided everything and anything with regards to this game. I didn't watch any of the character reveals that they uploaded on YouTube. I didn't read a single article about it. I didn't know what the story was about, and honestly, I'm not even sure I know what the story is about after almost 30 hours in it. I find it ironic that it's become one of my favorite games of all time. Yeah, sure. I'm not saying that it's only because I didn't know anything about the game, but I do think it had a large role to play. I remember as a kid going to the video store to rent video games. The only information I had about the games that I would rent was the information on the back. Just a small blurb like the ones you find at the back of books. With limited access to the internet and the limited sites on the internet at that time, I had to be content with the information on the back of the case. I think the act of playing games and exploring games is a lost art now. The internet now is more amazing than ever, and it's a great tool right at our fingertips. But do we really need to be researching games at a level where we can write a thesis on it before we even buy it? I know, it's a bit of an extreme example, and I can assure you not everyone does that. Not everyone that watches this video does it, but the way I see it, if I do it, and I used to do it, then there's at least one other person that does it. And this was just a random thought on a random afternoon, on a random day on which I finished Not for Broadcast. Look, I created this channel to try and link video games to real life using my own experiences, but I also want this channel to be a place of discussion. I love hearing other opinions, and so whether you disagree with me or agree with me, I'd like you to say something down below. I want to hear what you think about this. In the meantime though, that's enough rambling from me, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.